Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Female voice. Welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. All things said in today's show are alleged and for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you are below the age of 18, we request that you leave the live now. Enjoy.
That's right. Enjoy. It's been a crazy day, so it's gonna be a short show today, but we're gonna do some things. Thank you for coming in, Thomas Aguirre. Thank you for coming in and joining hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. I appreciate you. Your
Sorry
presence
I'm late,
is
guys.
your presence is a gift to us. All right, so here's what we're gonna start off with first, and Rudy is over here co-hosting. Okay, say hi. Come say hi. Just say hi. Come here. They can't see you. Say hi. All right. So listen.
I'll be helping out every day.
Yeah,
But he has to warn me.
she says she's gonna help out every day. All right. So listen. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up because I'm using today's audio is from Murad Morali, and it's not too long. I'm not gonna keep you long. Adrian, thank you, Bessie. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's not. I'm not gonna hold you all too long. Like I said, we got a lot going on today. So, excuse me. So I just want to hop on and do a quick live, and then I'm gonna head on out. All right. But this says camel face, GAY allegations surface. Now, let's just stop right there. That's not the whole title. There's more to it, but I just want to stop right there because this isn't the first time this has came up, right? We've heard about they were filming some movie called Girl Fight, and it's in a district in New York called the Meatpacking District. And in this particular district or this particular area of the district, a young man that was working on the set of the movie Girl Fight. I think that was Michelle Rodriguez that was in that movie, but I'm not sure. But in any event, he was stating that they were on a break and he was outside, and a man who owns a business either next door to where they were filming or a few doors down, we'll just say close by just to cover all bases on that. So it was a man who owned a business that was close by where they was shooting the scene at, and the guy, him and the guy was talking, and somehow or another they got on the conversation with a topic about camel face, and the man who owns the business told the young man that was working on the set of Girl Fight, he told him like, yeah, but camel face come through here all the time. He comes through. See, and the thing that was big about that, or why it was not to me, but the reason why that was so big is because I left this out in the beginning, but in this particular area, it's known to have street walkers, and they're not women; they are transformers. And of course, you know what we got to do when we come with the linguistics here. We got to use code words. So follow me. The street walkers, they're not females. They are transformers. Okay, listen. All right. And so the guy who owned the business, the man that owned the business, was telling the guy to work on the set, working on the set. He said, "Yeah, it's nothing for him to come through here and pick up some transformers. Yeah, he, basically talking. Yeah, he swing. He plays for the other team as well. So you take that and then you factor it in, or you combine it with a lyric on one of the songs that Benny Siegel has, and I can't remember the name of that, but shout out to Benny Siegel, the Broad Street Bully. Beans. He stated he said in the lyrics, he was talking to Camel Face, and he said, "I know things that'll make Beehive look at you differently, or sideways, or something." So like, I placating towards the fact of Camel Face might have been doing some things that was sus when it came to the sexuality part, and he was saying, if Beehive knew this, she would look at you kind of funny or kind of strange. So back to the title, it says Camel Face is GAY allegations surface again. Puffy Jacket, huge fight with this celeb near fight. Now, I'm not sure if he's talking about, because we did a show previously and we were discussing the model, the celebrity model, Tyson Beckford, was saying he kind of had a situation dealing with Puffy Jacket, and he said he went and got, his car, and basically told him told Puffy Jacket and his henchmen, bag back. Y'all don't want none of this. I'm paraphrasing, but to that extent, right? So I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but let's get into the audio, and then we'll find out together, right? Because I haven't listened to any of this.
Okay, so this guy has been speaking for so long to so many people, so many content creators, so many TikTokers and etc. And he just is not closing his mouth. And he's saying this now by fact, not by alleged.
Natty, thank you for the heartbeat. Welcome in, Bestie.
Rihanna's ex-publicist, that Jay-Z is gay, that Jay-Z is bisexual, and that, this is what he likes.
Hey, let's give it up. Give it up for Natty. She got the #2 gifter badge and the #3 gifter badge. Came in piping hot. Thank you, Bestie. Appreciate that. Bestie, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little stressed. I'm a little upset, but the day isn't done. So I'm gonna do the live, and then I'm gonna jump back into trying to do what I was doing, but what I've been doing all day. And so but I'm a little mad about it, Thank you. I appreciate that. He said, "No, hit me if you need to vent." Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'll talk to you about it. I'll let you know what's happening. I appreciate you for being there for me. Thank you.
To do now, the person in conversation with him was like, well, do you want to say this by alleged or do you want to say this by fact? He's like, no, I'm saying this by fact. This man is bisexual. He says for a fact that DJ Khaled also is bisexual. DJ Khaled, I don't really care about, because I feel like that man is really, like, when you look in the dictionary and you look at the word disappointment, DJ Khaled really comes up in that definition. Like, I would hate to be a son growing up with such a lousy father like him, who is nothing but a coward and cannot speak to the testimonies of what is happening right now to his own people. He wants to keep quiet. That man is a coward. Do you understand? He is a round coward. So I don't care about him or for him or have any respect for that man. So let's just put that to a second, where, Rihanna's publicist is now coming out. Jay-Z is facing gay allegations, and I feel like this isn't the first time.
What is up, everybody? We are here.
It's like, what? It's not Jay-Z.
But it's just another problem to add to the roster. It's another problem, guys, to add to the roster. It's another issue to add to the roster. And, like, how many problems is this guy facing this year? This ex-publicist doesn't want to shut up, is, still speaking out, is still saying stuff, and has given multiple interviews to many people, which I'm sure you guys have seen or not.
Now, the person he's talking about, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty confident in my guess. I'm thinking he's talking about Jonathan Hay. on top of that, what he was just saying about Camel Face and the trouble that he's having and all of this thing, this is what I was talking about during yesterday's show, people. Like, I know when things first started going down with Puffy Jacket and even during the trial, word on the curb was Camel Face was next. He was going to be next. Now, like I said yesterday, I'll say it again. It's not the same caliber of trouble per se that Puffy Jacket is in. But man, when I tell you that Camel Face has been hit with so many things back to back to back to back to back, like it's like, listen, man, I don't think he's being brought. Well, I can't say that neither. Let me put it this way. Okay, so the way that things is going with Camel Face right now, it's not like they're breaking him down like they did Puffy Jacket. Carlos, welcome in, brother, man. Long time no see. You doing good? It's not the same way. However, it's like they're strategically breaking Camel Face down. Like he's facing his troubles are like they're like puzzle pieces at the moment. It's not one set thing. It's different things that are happening to him, and it's going to. I don't know, because we see if you got money, things tend to work out differently for you. But if things work out like they should work out, these pieces of the puzzle are going to come together, and it's going to be a huge, huge problem for Camel Face. But I think he's talking about Jonathan Hay.
But I just think that this is funny because Jay-Z is facing so many issues this year. What is going on? This Ramira stuff is still going on, by the way. That has not settled, let alone financial lawsuits, Sloan Bella, the Stampede in Atlanta, which everybody seems to have forgotten, which happened a couple of days ago. And now you have his ex-publicist saying by fact that this man is gay and has gay relationships. This man is now facing that whole gay stuff that Diddy was facing. And I just remind you guys that, you know, are a lot of people in this industry gay? Because it is male dominated.
Big publicist Jonathan Hay,
who
was a publicist for Rihanna. He's worked with Drake. He's worked with many different high celebrities. Has just come out and said that Jay-Z is gay.
What I do know for a fact, not alleged, but DJ Khaled is bisexual. And Jay-Z has also participated in bisexual activities.
Would you want to say allegedly? For your safety?
There's no, I would say allegedly, if it was allegedly. DJ Khaled, 100%, has been involved in, he's bisexual. I did a show called One Shot, and he was in Miami, and he was open with the guy that he was with. He was gay, and I don't understand what happens there where
that part,
nobody said anything to me like, hey, make sure
he said I said what I said. I would say allegedly
that would still be hidden.
That seems like that should be
the fact that DJ Khaled, at least in 2016, was definitely bisexual.
Okay, so that they showing a picture of DJ Khaled and
people just coming out of everywhere. I said it not too long ago. Jay should have never put the Lord Jesus Christ in his song, talking about he can't save you. You don't mock God. You don't come after
somebody
God.
Was talking about that song
God.
In the show.
May the Lord continue to shed light on darkness. Amen.
And we're seeing now that the majority of these civil lawsuits are from men.
It's in the song where Camel Face says that Jesus can't save you. It's Empire State of Mind, but I can't remember what exactly he was saying. Pink Tech, hey, welcome. I'm not sure what all he says, but he says something along the lines of that, and that's where it's coming from.
And so based on that, I do think that, you know, there is a specific situation here where you have
sudden life emergency.
One is gay. And this is not even me trying to be homophobic or anything, but I just feel like everybody is gay. Everybody is floating around, you know, being gay and using sex magic and, you know, demonic kind of, you know, energy to humble people and humiliate them. There is so much in humiliation and power and ego, and all of it is related to the male ego, that once again you're getting another big musician, and now people are responding saying, well, it makes sense, he was very close to P. Diddy, and you know, there's a third degree connect because Diddy is facing multiple lawsuits from multiple men who are escorts. So
it all tied
yeah,
together.
I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. You know, the issue is using asexuality.
I want to put that out there too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Murad, look, I want to put that out there too. Hey, we're not sitting here judging nobody for what they do. That's their thing. Okay, so this is not what this is for. This is just, my job is to bring you the word on the curb, and this is what happened to be the word on the curb right now. So, yeah, I don't want nobody to think that. Natty said that Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends. That's it. That's where he saw. That's the verse. That's the lyric right there. Right there, Natty. Could you do me a favor, sweetheart? Could you pin that right there? What you just said, because that's the verse. And if people go and listen to Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Sorry, I'm off a little bit.
And weaponizing it against people, and I feel like Diddy has done that. And so if Diddy and Jay-Z were close friends, now everybody is looking at him thinking, well, you know, what have you done? So, you know, this was Rihanna's ex-publicist. He's been speaking out, but this particular clip has just, you know, gained a lot of traction in the past 24 hours. And so I just wanted to speak about it, because now they're saying that this man is gay. Lord have mercy, everybody's gay, child. Everybody's gay. Everybody is gay, guys. Everybody is gay. Now, Tyson Beckford is speaking about fights that he was having with P. Diddy. Right, Tyson has opened up about a decade-old altercation involving Sean and his entourage, and how they basically tried to jump Tyson. During a recent interview on The Breakfast Club, Beckford detailed the events of what started out as a typical outside date in a tattoo shop in New York. Beckford recalled chatting with a friend when the fashion stylist Groovy Lou, who was closely affiliated with Diddy and Bad Boy, approached him with a request for a photo. He said, I'm having a conversation. This then turned to a fight, and next thing you know, he basically swung on Tyson. And according to Beckford, the fight left him with a bloody head injury that required stitches. Beckford says NYPD briefly stopped to assess the situation. Despite the visible injury, drove off when both parties downplayed everything. Beckford claims Lou left the scene and then returned with Diddy and several other members of his Bad Boy crew. Outnumbered and solo, Beckford claimed his friends disappeared and he went to his Land Cruiser to retrieve his pistol. I said, look, I only got 5 shells in here. Puff, you're going to get it first. I'm going to shower the rest of you with all of it. Although no shots were fired and the confrontation ended without further violence, Beckford reflected on how close the situation came to taking a tragic turn. I could have saved the world a whole lot of trouble and took him out back then, he said of Diddy. You could have. But then where would I be? When asked if he reconciled with Diddy, he said, I ain't seen that man in years, but yeah, he don't mess with me. Okay, so Tyson was about to shoot Diddy in the head. What is going...
I don't know if that's...
So this is a story, guys. This is actually one of those stories that I think is good. You know when celebrities love to go down memory lane, the stories they want to bring are just boring. This actually is very fruitful, because you got jumped, you grabbed your pistol, Diddy turned up, like he does everywhere, and you were about to shoot him in the head, and it didn't end up going that way. The police saw the visible injuries, but didn't care about what was going on when everything was downplayed.
Where is he reading from?
Police probably turned this down, not because you lot were downplaying this, but because Diddy was...
I just know that we did a show a few days ago about that matter. So, like, I haven't watched this. I just came across it while I was out and about today, but I didn't listen to it. But when he started talking in the beginning, I'm like, okay, we did a show about this a couple of days ago, and I think this is what he may be talking about. And it comes to find out that's what he's talking about. I cannot remember the content creator I got it from. I want to say, okay, baby, I want to say Miss Lowdown, but I'm not sure. I want to say it was her, but I'm not sure. But I know we did it. We talked about it earlier in another show.
Somewhat involved, and he had connections with NYPD. I'm telling you guys that now.
And then the Jonathan Hay, we talked about that. Like near the beginning, maybe March, April, somewhere in there, maybe. I think we talked about Jonathan Hay who's, you know, he's the ex publicist for Riri.
I'm telling you guys that now. That's why the police drove off and said, this ain't none of my business, because Diddy loves to be involved heavily when it comes to LAPD and NYPD. He has those connections.
Boy,
and that is how and why he got away with doing whatever he's been doing for such a long time. Remember, that man is in jail right now.
How many times have I sat here and I told you all that LAPD, a lot of law enforcement officers are corrupt right along. They're in cahoots with Puffy Jacket. I said that, man. I take flack for it. But one thing we're not gonna do is sit here and lie to you, man. Like you don't have to see, you don't have to believe it. But I'm just trying to tell you, you know, if you take a moment to stop and think about certain things or certain events that happen, and him being there, and then police showing up, and then nothing ever happens. It's clear. It's clear. Or when he's done something in a shooting at the university. Hold on, you all. The university. Where was that at? Sorry. Okay. I don't want to do that because then it says at the university or something with an N. I don't know, and I don't want to come out of the show in order to look, but just know, people, there's been a school shooting somewhere. MP2MP, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Thank you. MP2MP just reached fan level 9 in our fan club. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. That's that support right there for you. Boy, I appreciate you.
Today. He's going to be in jail for the next 3 to 4 months until his sentencing to find out how many years this man is going to get. Let me know your thoughts, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. Jay-Z is gay from what they're saying, allegedly, because I don't know. Everyone's gay at this point. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.
Okay. Like I said, hey, listen, like I said, I told you all a few minutes ago, that all came up, but with way back when they was filming the they was filming the Girl Fight movie. I told you there was a guy that was working on the set, and he said, "Yeah, I this is my first. I've heard him before, but this is my first time listening to these particular videos. But yeah, he seems pretty cool. MP2MP, he seems pretty cool. He's accurate on what he's saying. But I told you all back then, the guy that was working at the working on the set of Girl Fight, he said the guy that owns the business close by told him, man, Camel Face come through here all the time and scoop him up a transformer and go on and, you know, do what he got to do. And like I was just telling you a few minutes ago, being said, I know things that'll make B look at you differently or side-eyed or crazy or something. You see what I'm saying? Adrian, hey, thank you for you're awesome. Thank you for the heart puff. Thank you for the chili. Thank you for the lightning bolt. Thank you, bestie. Had me over here blushing. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I really humbly appreciate that. I really, really appreciate you. All right, so listen, this is the second segment, the final segment. Like I told you, I'm gonna get back to it. I had to take a break from what I was doing, but I'm just gonna say this. I am gonna say this to get it off my chest. Well, Natty, you about to hear about it now, bestie. Anyways, listen, I do not understand our judicial system. If somebody comes into the police department asking to speak with detectives, telling you that they got intel on someone who's been falsely incarcerated for the past 13 years, and tell you, hey, I got video evidence of the person saying they lied on the person that you got incarcerated, and I've got somebody that was with the person that's incarcerated, they was with them the night that all of the things happened, or when the unaliving happened, and they said this is not. He wasn't there, and nobody cares about right and wrong, about even checking into it. It's like they're they're cool with having someone possibly innocently in jail. Like I say possibly because they don't know, but I'm saying I know. I got the court files here with me, court documents with me, but I'm just saying, not even thinking about looking into it. But I call the DA office. I'm talking to the DA office, and they not, listen. Stuff is wild, but nonetheless, it's 1:43. I'm here with my peoples. We're about to do the second segment, this last segment right here, and then I'm gonna jump back in the game. I had to take a step back from it. You know what I mean? I'm talking to my cousin, and of course he's stressed out because he hadn't seen his daughter since she was 1. She's 14 and in high school now. He done missed all those years for nothing. Anyway, all right. That's my rant. Natty, that's what's on my mind right now, man. I hate people not, because like if it was their family member, they would want all hands on deck with it. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. But like I said before, I say it again, sometimes we set ourselves up for failure and for disappointment when we expect us from someone else. All right, so let's head on to that second segment that I'm talking about. Still going to be with our dog Morale. But this one, since we ended the first seg talking about Puffy Jacket and his run-in with Tyson Beckford. By the way, those who don't remember Tyson Beckford, let me try to put it to you this way. He's a model, and he was really big in the 90s for sure. In fact, if you go to the maybe late 90s, mid to late 90s, two of the prominent BLK models was Tyson Beckford and Tyrese. That's it. Once Tyrese did the Coca-Cola commercial back in the 90s, some of you remember that. After that happened, he took it. It was like a rocket. His career took off. But those two were the main, like they were talked about. All right, so this one says, and it's huge. It's huge. I'm thinking. KK, you remember KK, Puffy Jacket's personal assistant, whom he dubbed his right-hand man. It says, Christina Korum breaks her silence on Puffy Jacket and allegations. The witch is panicking. It says LOOL, but I'm thinking that's LOL, laugh out loud, right? Pink Tech, thank you for the blow bubbles. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. I think that's what it's about. I think that's what he meant, LOL, not LOOL. But let's possibly see. Hey, shout out to Pink Tech first and foremost. Shout out to Pink Tech. She just reached fan level 17. Y'all know what that means? 17. Putting in that work. Thank you. I appreciate that support. Thank you. Love and support.
So I'm quite shocked, but Christina Korum has come out of nowhere and has given a full-blown interview to the Rolling Stone and has basically come out with some very emotional statements, emphatically denying everything in relation to P. Diddy and what she's been accused of in these lawsuits. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali, daily and consistent content. Let's get into this video. I didn't expect Christina Korum to be speaking out. I'm pretty sure she should be keeping a low profile or probably working with the prosecution against Diddy because the trial of Diddy starts on the 12th of May. But the woman who has been described as Sean Diddy Combs is basically right-hand man, very similar to Ghislaine Maxwell with Epstein, has issued her first statement since being named in multiple lawsuits in association with her boss, fully denying that she ever aided and abetted the SA of anyone. KK has worked for the Bad Boy Entertainment founder for more than a decade, joining Combs' enterprises as a senior executive in 2013. Coram's proximity to Combs has entangled her in 3 lawsuits that have been brought against Diddy, who was arrested in September, as we know, for several indictments. For months, horrific accusations have been made about me in various lawsuits regarding my former boss. These false allegations of my involvement are causing irreparable and incalculable damage to my reputation and the emotional well-being of myself and my family. I've never condoned or aided and abetted the essay of anyone, nor have I ever drugged anyone. The idea that I could be accused of playing a role in or even being a bystander to the R-word of anyone is beyond upsetting, disturbing, and unthinkable. This is not who I am, and my heart goes out to all victims of SA. I am confident that the allegations against me will be proven to be untrue. Combs has previously praised his soul sister Coram, and the weekend Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie filed her bombshell lawsuit. Christina Coram was actually seen sitting by Diddy's side in his house. KK keeps everything in my life and my business running. So I'm honestly quite shocked that she would come out and put out a statement. I don't know why she would do this, but the Rolling Stone statement that she's just given as of yesterday, so it's been less than 24 hours, to me, in my opinion, is very PR.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, this is
built. And the reason why she would make a PR built statement is because she's contacted a PR company to drive her through this irreparable emotional damage that it's doing to her and her family. I absolutely believe, from my personal opinion, that Christina Coram, for what she's been accused of in all of these lawsuits, aiding and abetting with Diddy, is to be true, because she's basically his right-hand man. She was cited at his house when Cassie first filed the lawsuit. I don't know why Christina would even be there.
That was his words.
Surely you wouldn't be anywhere near him if you had read the lawsuit, which is probably what she would have done, the Cassie lawsuit, before she even went to go comfort her friend, her assistant, her manager, whatever you want to call it. So now she's come out after 3 to 4 lawsuits she's been mentioned in, the recent one being Ashley Parham's lawsuit, to come to Rolling Stone. And the fact that she has links to come to Rolling Stone and break a statement with them clearly goes to show you that she obviously has the right connections. I believe she also worked in PR anyways, which it makes sense as to why she would do this, to come to Rolling Stone. But it doesn't make sense as to why she would even say a word right now. I don't know why, what motive, because this statement is something that I'm not buying. I don't know what emotional empathy anybody would have for you, considering what you've been accused of. And for you now to basically throw Diddy under the bus and basically say that you don't have any attributes to his actions is also quite confusing. The trial is coming up on the 12th of May. Is she about to be subpoenaed? Does she need to?
That's going to be hard to prove, because a lot of the I'm not gonna say a lot. A few of the victims that have filed lawsuit put her there, or said she was there. Now they said it's getting so messy. Yeah, it's getting real messy. Now, I do again. I'm thinking, are they trying to build another case against? They can't try. I don't think they can try him again for what he's already been found not guilty of. But that doesn't mean they couldn't charge him with something else. That doesn't mean that they couldn't bring up something else to charge him with. It's, that's completely separate from what he's already went through. And if I'm her, do you think she could talk? I mean, maybe she would work out a deal. Hey, if I say this, if I come and if I tell you all this and give you all this information right now, then that means you all will never lock me up. I don't have to face any repercussions for anything. Natty said it would be tough to prove enough of a mistrial, but to retry. Yeah. Now that's why I'm thinking too. Like, I don't know if they could do that because you remember they was talking about the corruption on, was it the defense team, and prosecutor. I think that they said that the prosecution team had somebody on there that was You know what I mean? Yeah, like corrupt too. But I don't know if that would make it, and possibly it could make the judge want to retry the whole thing over. Or do you think that they would just charge him with something else? That's correct. So it's possible, but difficult. Okay. All right, Bessie, I got you on that. See, and I'm right where you are with that. So I feel like it would be difficult to do that. So I would just say, if they want to do something to him, I think they should just file something completely different. Yeah, and highly expensive. Highly expensive. What was the final tally on the? And not that I care, but the final tally on what Puffy Jacket spent on his defense team was what, $810 million. $810 million. And I mean, not that we care about what he had to spend, but I'm just trying to say, like, that's why when you say expensive, I agree. I think it's just best that if they want to find him or something, if they want to do something, they just need to retry him on something completely different from what the trial was for this past time.
To testify, is the prosecution going to ask her to come to the court to testify? Probably so. She knows this, so therefore she's prepping for this, because the timing of these statements is intriguing. Why wouldn't you put this out when the first lawsuit came out against you back in October, 6 months ago? You waited until now, 2 months before the trial, to put out these statements, to set the groundworks, to let everybody know where your stance is, so that when you come and testify, which I believe that she will, because Diddy has also been indicted with a RICO charge, racketeering, and so therefore she definitely is at the height of that conversation. She's at the height of that lawsuit, in my opinion, and so at the height of the RICO. So I don't know what she's doing.
I do too.
I'm very
I think that
confused
would
by
just
this,
work
but
out best.
the return of Christina Koren, she said, you are not going to try and drag me down with Diddy, and I would expect many people now to come out with statements like this as we get closer to the trial, for people who just don't want to be associated with Diddy, don't want to be dragged down.
Talk about scaring somebody. Commercials be for real.
And to testify, forced to be subpoenaed, they want to come out with their PR-related statements. She definitely has a PR machine behind her to try and get away with all of this. I don't think it's going to work. Only time will tell, to be honest with you. But I didn't expect to be doing a video about Christina Koren. We've been asking where she is. Speak up. Say something. So, now's the time, and clearly she's come out to do so. And she's come through with Rolling Stone. I do wonder what Diddy is thinking as of right now. Because if it's not Jay-Z denying the entire friendship that he has with him, now it's Christina Koren coming out to say that I have got nothing to do with this. But yet Diddy has said that this person is my right-hand person. It is intriguing to me that Jay-Z and Christina Koren, the things that they have in similar components is that their stories with their relations to Diddy is very different to what Diddy says about them. And this is what Diddy was saying about them prior to him ever even going to jail. So what motive would he have to even lie? Do you guys know what I'm saying? What motive would he have to lie about the strength of the relationship and connect?
Y'all know how I feel about Puffy Jacket. I make no bones about it, but I do believe he's telling the truth about Camel Face and KK. And like I said, I believe the victims that stated that she was present. And not the ones that was, I'm not even talking about the people that were speaking during the trial. I'm talking about the boy that wasn't the age of consent. When he and we done a show, remember Pink Tech? We did a show about this on the original platform channel, and he stated that in LA they was out and about with, he was out and about with his family, and they met this lady who said that she was a talent agent or something like that, and arranged for them to fly to New York, and got to the and they said that they needed him to come to the hotel to meet Puffy Jacket without his parents, and that did transpire. And he stated, that little boy stated, well, he ain't little now, he was at the time, but he stated that Christina Koren gave him something to drink. It was a pop, right? Well, of course, it wasn't no adult beverage. It was a pop. And he said when he tasted it, initially he knew something tasted funny about it. And his words, I wasn't there, so I'm going to say allegedly. But I'm just saying, she's been brought up in several lawsuits as being present when these horrible things was happening. So I have to agree with my man's Murad when he says, man, you should have been talking. You should have been came out. That's what I'm saying. So don't sit here and say like, you had no knowledge of what was going on. I just don't buy that. That's hard to believe.
Connections that he has with the likes of Jay-Z and Christina. There's no motive. So therefore, I feel like he would be telling the truth. But Jay-Z and Christina have very different conversations, stories, perceptions of their relations with Diddy after he's now been in jail, because they know that they potentially could be in trouble, especially Christina. So I think that we should catch that theme, but she basically has come out. Even whilst I've been filming this video, a particular lawsuit that Diddy is facing with a 17-year-old alleged person, and how she was walking on the road and Diddy stopped her, etc. Busby has announced that he's withdrawing from that lawsuit as well. So I did a video just right now about how he's withdrawing from 8 separate lawsuits that he is meant to be representing. And now an additional lawsuit has just come out where he's choosing to withdraw. So it looks like Busby is crumbling. This is definitely damaging his credibility, his reputation. A lot of alleged future victims, not related to Diddy, are going to ask him for some form of representation. Them seeing this, they're not going to be as confident. A lot of people saw his 1-800 numbers in the papers. It wasn't just a conference call, and therefore they thought, I'd feel confident coming for this person, asking for representation, because they already have the groundwork in regards to Diddy. And now to see that multiple lawsuits have been withdrawn is crazy. There are also still future alleged victims that Busby
Shout out
is
to
still
Adrian. You got
right
the
now.
#1 gift of
They're probably
badge.
scared, thinking that their lawsuits.
Thank you for the love and support,
I don't want no
Adrian.
replacement lawyer. I want the lawyer that I initially came to. If I get replacement lawyers that I'm not big fans of, then I don't know what could happen, how this is going to go. Is it going to be well for me? So I don't know. The Busby house is crumbling, guys, and I'm sure Diddy is happy in regards to that. Christina Coram is back, and she's come with this PR built statement. And my guess is that she's panicking. She's investing a lot of money into this. She is very worried as to where this could go for her. And I think that she's definitely going to be going down the drain. I think that she's definitely going to be subpoenaed. And I think that there are going to be more lawsuits with her name in the future. I do feel like there are other lawsuits that are going to be coming that Busby won't represent, other lawyers will. And I definitely believe that Christina Coram's name, is going to be dragged into it. So I'm not buying the statement. I don't believe it for a second. I feel like she's an absolute witch. And I've said that from the beginning. And I think that her time is coming and that she's just very scared. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this. A lot of legal conversations today because there's just been so many legal updates. I really want to know what your thoughts are on Christina's statement, whether you guys agree or disagree. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe. Send a tip if you guys wish to. There's a $sign there. And I'll catch you guys soon.
All right. So listen. Jenny, hey, bestie, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. All right, so I'm just going to give you my take on it. Here's the thing with that. We've already heard that more lawsuits were coming out against Puffy Jacket, even while he still sits in Brooklyn House, right? We've heard that. Do I think that there's a chance that I'm talking about KK, a chance that she'll be brought up in some of these future lawsuits? Thing about that is, chances are pretty good. Being the fact that she was his right-hand man, his words, not mine, right-hand man, and his personal assistant. It's a strong chance, strong possibility that her name will come up. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying, okay, let me put it this way. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, right? I wouldn't be surprised. Now, do I think that they would subpoena her to come and testify if they decide to move forward with another charge against Puffy Jacket? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say yes before I let you go. I say yes because I think they pretty much figured out that they dropped the ball this first time around. They left a lot of unturned stones. I stick by what I said before. I think the prosecution team did a good job. I just think they could have done better. And so with that being said, I think if they do charge him with something, I'm talking about Puffy Jacket. If they charge Puffy Jacket with something, I do think this time around They will be more aggressive. You see what I'm saying? They will do the things that they didn't do. And I think that they will definitely call the witnesses that they should have called this first time around. That's just my take on it. That's my take on it. Now, before I end the show, okay, because I've had a couple people on both of.
How's the vacation?
Hold on
I
a
think
second.
I stumbled into something.
Oh, what you got? There we go. I've had a few people ask me my take on how I feel about Hulk Hogan passing away. Being a wrestler, how do I feel? Listen, I love I love people. I love everybody, right? However, I do believe in matching people with energy. Now, when I say what I'm about to say, it's no shade or disrespect to nobody, okay? But I want you to understand something. I was in the pro wrestling business for 26 years, all right? So therefore, Truth Seeker, shout out to you. Hey, W Truth Seeker 227933. W him or W them. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but listen, W them in the live, right? Because that's what I'm getting at. See, I was in the business, so I know a different Hulk Hogan than and just I don't know. When I say an average wrestling fan, I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just saying how about this? The normal wrestling fan, would know because how they would know him because you all may know him as Take Your Vitamins, and in the '80s, he was that wrestler. You understand? And when you think about Hulk Hogan, you think about Andre the Giant. You think about him. You think about what was the other person that he feuded with? Iron Sheik, stuff like that, right? But from being in the business, I know a different Hulk Hogan. I know that the vitamins were sterile. You know, I know that this particular person was a known and proud racist. So do me a favor. Everybody that's in here, do me a favor. Turn around, look over your left shoulder. You see anything? Okay, you probably don't. Look over your right your right shoulder. What did I say? Left shoulder. So it's the left shoulder, right shoulder. If you looked over your right shoulder, look over your left shoulder this time. Either way, just whatever opposite side you just look. You see anything? Shout out to Central Park 5. That's right, James Lizard, 4 years old. It's for sure, man. I got a shirt back in the closet I made for them. You know. With you on that. Okay, y'all still don't see nothing. All right, do me a favor. Look down to the left of you. Do you see anything? Okay, you don't. All right, look down to the right of you. Do you see anything? Still don't? You see nothing there? That's my give a fucks about Hulk Hogan. It don't exist. It's not there. I don't care. Listen. Let me just give you a couple of things. And that is a no, but you're making me paranoid. You went crazy, bestie. Look, bestie. I don't mean to. I'm just trying to say, because a lot of people, and when I respond, the way I respond, they get mad like that. Like, you show he's passed away. You have no Listen, let me give you a couple of things. This man, when he found out that Brooke was dating a black guy, he said, his words, if she was gonna date a ninja, I'm gonna say ninja, but y'all know the word he used. If she was gonna date a ninja, I would prefer him to be 8 foot tall and make millions and millions of dollars. Like a basketball player or something. And then when his son Nick was in that car wreck. And it was really, really bad. You all can go and Google it. You know, so it was a bad car wreck. This man showed up on the scene, and he says that his family was going to be cursed by having to identify as black people. And of course, you know, he didn't say black people, you know. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right, Bessie. So understand when not, and it's not only me. I listen. You can go. I've been on my Facebook, and man, it's, you know, a lot of people that wrestle in the wrestling industry with me, they feel the same way. And so, like, so let me say this. Let me tell you this too. So, and just in case you see it come across your timeline on one of your platforms or whatnot, or one of your social media accounts. So, after this was happening, and shoot, why we calling out a racist? We calling out Hulk Hogan. His little buddy Bubba Love Sponge or whatever. I don't stay in Tampa or anything like that. But if for people that's on here that may be in Tampa, he was the person, the radio personality down there, and they was real close. You know, you can take him and throw him in that category too. But this is why, after all this had happened, after he had said these things, when there would be wrestling conventions, and Brooke Hogan would show up, some of the black wrestlers would go and take pictures with her. And they would post their picture with her, and they would tag Hulk Hogan in it. That was why they done that. So, to close out the show, from now on, if you are on any of your social media platforms or accounts, and you see wrestlers say F him, yeah, Bubba the Love Sponge, that's his name, Natty. That's exactly who I'm talking about. That girl, what I can't say on here, I want to say. I wish I could just type it up in the air. Y'all can read it. But yeah, him. When you on your platform and you see people that don't care about his passing, that's why. Adrian said, I caught that laughing my butt off. Yeah, man, there were some things I would love to say on here. But and Natty, thank you for the Let Him Cook. Let's give it up to Natty. She got that #1 gifter badge on the Let Him Cook. So yeah, we don't give a fuck about him passing away. As a matter of fact, you can take that American redneck beer thing that he just got, that he's promoting, that he made of his, and take it and pour it on his grave. And when you're done with that, you can piss on his grave. We don't care. We don't care. Now, someone said, hey, not to sound cynical, but they come in threes. And I had to tell, and I love her. Me and her have been best friends since high school, right? That's like my my older sister. She's older than me, but we're close like that. And I had to tell her, hey, no apologies needed, because that's a true statement. A lot of times in the wrestling industry, we usually lose 3 at a time. And so if that be the case this time, if there be 3 wrestlers that pass away, Hulk Hogan will be the one we don't give a fuck about. Right? So that's where I stand on it. As far as I'm concerned, when he was alive, he should have been tied to a fence and butt humped by a bull. You know, we have a code of conduct when we get into that square circle. You my brother, I'm your brother. And we take care of each other. Right? But we don't see, well, the real ones, the ones that's good don't see color. We don't see that. My life is in your hands. Your life is in my hands. You understand? So he wasn't that way. He didn't want to see anybody black go over and get more notoriety than him. It's just not going to work. All right? And so since he lived that life, like I told you in the beginning, I believe in, here's what I do. I match people with the energy they give to me. Now, that's the energy he gave off, so that's the energy I'll continue having for him. And may all his grandkids date black girls and black boys. I hope he have a whole bunch of them running around, just little peanut butters running around. And I hope it makes him sick. And I don't want to hear people say, well, he just got baptized and he's a Christian. Listen, man, listen. No. Stop it. Stop it. People can change their lives. G Smooth, right, they can. He didn't. He didn't. Just remind you all. Now, this is the same dude that cheated on his wife with his daughter's friend. It's sick. I don't care how old she was. I don't care that she was of age. That's sick. That is your daughter's friend. And no, I'm not talking about the clip that got leaked where he was having sexual relationships with a married woman. No, I'm not talking about her. It's a totally different person, right? So, but in closing, let's let Hulk Hogan know he's number one. That's how I feel about it. All right, so let's close out the show. Thank you again for joining me. I know it's been a brief show, but thank you all. It was therapeutic for me. I'm feeling a little better, so I'm going to go back and start doing what I was doing and trying to get that together. Just remember, if you miss an episode of Hashtag I'm Gonna Say It, if you missed any past episode, go and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It's in my bio on here. So if you click on the links in my bio, click on that YouTube one, it'll take you right to my YouTube channel. And you just click subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell notification too, so you can be alerted when I add a new episode on there. As I told you yesterday, proudly, and I'll say it again, while you're on YouTube, go and subscribe to Global Impact Wrestling TV. We are back from the hiatus, and your host morphs into a video game character and be a pro wrestler. So it's real life on video game. You can come in and watch us. Now remember, the next show is at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Global Impact Wrestling TV. Also, on here or on YouTube, go and subscribe to Hashtag Truth Podcast. That's the word hashtag, not just the hashtag symbol. The word hashtag Truth Podcast. My good friend Scott runs that. He interviews current and former pro wrestlers. You can go on there. You can see my interview as we chronicle some events that happened throughout my 20-year career in pro wrestling. Talk about some things that happened, some things I probably shouldn't have talked about. You know, Natty, thank you for the hand hard. I appreciate that, bestie. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you go over there and watch that. Go over there and show them some love and support. And last but not least, please, if you haven't watched the hottest web series on YouTube today, bar none, second to none, Dope Girls, go and check it out. And that's Girls, G-U-R-L-Z. All right, go and check it out. Your host is a star on there by the name of Stacks. Stacks about stacking that money. But yo, the Dope Girls, They Don't Like Queen and Destiny, I like both. I have fun with both sets of women. So I'm just about the money. But things can get grimy when you out there in that street living this kind of life. So you want to go and check it out. Dope Girls, we got episode 1, 2, and 3 out already. And check this out. If you go and watch it now, on Tuesday, episode 4 drops. And you'll already be caught up in the loop. Jenny. Boy, Jenny, she came to town and started some trouble. Let's give it up for Jenny, man, because look, I have never seen somebody play an intricate part, a major part, and just like make a scene pop without ever being there. She ain't never came, she ain't even nowhere near here, but I'm telling you, that episode, thank you. I think the episode is number 8. I think it's number 8. Listen, yo, that thing gonna be fire. You know? I think I bring her in. I mention her. I think it's episode 7. I mention her. I mention Amber. But the producer of the show, he took what I said about Jenny and just ran with it and just built a scenario around it. And it came up. I'm talking about the production that went into it. Like, it's amazing. Yo, shout out to Tay Rutter, man. Shout out to him. I'm gonna tell you a quick story too that's funny. It's really quick. Funny thing about that is where he lives, the house that the producer lives in right now is literally 2 doors down from where I lived. From my house when I was 18, 19 years old. Crazy, man. Crazy. But it's funny how God brings things together and you know, put things in orbit like that. But definitely go and check it out. It's Dope Girls, Gurlz. Go and check it out. Watch episode 1, 2, and 3 right now. That way, when we come to Tuesday, you at 8 p.m., you already ready to watch episode 4. You zoned in, you locked in, you know what's going on. Come out and support us. Hey, you all enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Peace and blessings to you. And remember, I love you all to life.